How y'all doing out there? I want to welcome you back and welcome some of y'all for the first time to the T Double P, the Tremaine Perry podcast. I am your host. Some folks call me Trey, other people call me Tremaine. Don't matter what you call me, as long as you call me. Here on my podcast to recap the highlights and day's events that happened at WrestleCade Day 2. Before I continue, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe bell so you get the notifications when I go live. Go through my content, like those videos, comment on them, share them with your friends, and don't forget to follow me on your social media accounts. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Now let's begin. Yeet. What up, Racer? How you doing? Little John Westside Boy, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Guys, give me like 2 seconds to share the stream, and I'm about to share it on X, so you already know the trolls are gonna come in droves. John, there was so many trolls up here last night. It must have been 100 of them, bro, like every other minute. So heads up. They're gonna just spoil the Survivor Series for me. I talk about Survivor Series because I haven't seen it yet. I'll try to remember to do that tomorrow, John. I'm still trying to get better at being starstruck. Like I see these people and I'm like head over heels fanboying over them, goo goo gaga, stumbling over my words. Just starstruck. It's hard to explain. If you ever meet somebody like that yourself, you'll understand what I mean. But my heart be racing and I'm like palms are sweaty, like Eminem says. Survivor Series was pretty good. WrestleCade was really good. WrestleCade was like I said, especially today, 1,000 times better than y'all Survivor Series. Guarantee it. And I'm gonna explain why as we continue with this stream. I'm just trying to let it marinate for a second, give some people time to jump in here if they want to. No, I have not seen it yet. I was gonna watch it as soon as I got back to the hotel from WrestleCade, but I decided to jump up here on this camera instead, like I did last night. All right, so John, you don't even know about yesterday, bro. Oh, thanks, Veda. I knew it. I knew somebody was gonna spoil it within 5 seconds of me jumping on this camera. Thank you, buddy. I haven't seen it yet. Thanks for spoiling the surprise for Liv coming back. Thanks, buddy. This is anyway. John, you didn't see my live reaction to yesterday's video. My recapping of day one of WrestleCade. I don't think you saw that video yet. I bet you are a little girl. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I just don't like when people spoil the results of the matches to me before I've seen them yet. But you didn't know that, so I can't hold that against you. Just like somebody in line when we was waiting for the Super Show tonight was telling me what happened on SmackDown last time. I'm like, well, you might as well go ahead and tell me everything because I'm gonna get spoiled it anyway if it's not on my YouTube channel through the social media apps. It was a long time ago. Okay. What do I think about AEW? It's a B brand. It's like a made for TV movie show. It's like a Lifetime movie, no, but more gore and guts and blood compared to WWE. Anyway, WrestleCade, day two. I got there around the same time as I did yesterday, around 11 a.m. The first thing they had today, it was no panels. It was just straight to the meet and greets. And it was way more people. Saturday on WrestleCade, day two, is the most wrestlers and superstars in the building than any other day for the weekend. So like there was so many people, like thousands of people there, y'all. And I mean, it was like if you tried to find one particular superstar that's supposed to be there, it's like trying to find a needle in the haystack. Because I literally looked for like 3, 4 hours straight for Zaya Brookside. And then when one of the people helped me find her, I had walked by her like 18,000 times and then realized she was standing there. But I wish I could recap everything in the exact order. Long story short, I got to meet, greet, yeet, delete 20, 30 different wrestlers today. Do you remember how this belt looked? Remember how I showed you how Zilla Fatu signed it yesterday? Who remembers me showing the back of this belt when Zilla signed it yesterday. Was anybody in the chat yesterday that saw the back of the belt? I know you won't, John. I like Liv Morgan more. What up, Vince? So how you doing? I'm waiting to see if anybody was here when I showed the back of this belt. Anybody? 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 You? 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 Anybody? Well, while I wait on that, I went to WrestleCade with this time. For the first time, I took my Money in the Bank briefcase to an event, and I used it for its intended purpose as a briefcase to hold my things. So I had my backup phone charger in there. I had my lanyard ripped, so I had my 3-day pass in there, which is damaged. As you see, it got taped up 2, 3 times, but it still didn't last. And they had limited number of them, so I couldn't get a new one. All right, let's for starters. All right, wow, y'all. I'm still trying to take it all in. I'm starstruck. I'm still taken back, but that was the best day I've ever had at any wrestling anything in my whole life. That was my mantra every day is good day, great day, best day ever. I say that every day when I wake up, but today was by far the greatest, bestest, most wonderfulest, goodest day I've ever had in my entire life. I s- I spent a pretty penny or 3 or 4 or 5, but worth it. I only had 3 pictures in here. I had one of me and Pure Temptation, and me and what was the other one? No, it was just one picture in here, me and Pure Temptation. So I got them to sign it first off. Y'all don't know who they are, but they're local indie wrestlers. And I got them to sign it when I was there. Dynamite signed it over his face. I'm like, that's cool. You signed over your face. It's still neat. And then AC signed it below. That photo is dope. That photo was not signed before I left the house. I took it today to get them to sign it. And that's who's on my T-shirt, by the way. Here, I'll show that off too. I meant to show him I was wearing the shirt, but it was so cold I was wearing a hoodie. Yeah, my Pure Temptation shirt. That's them. DCW Tag Team Champions. Same ones that's on that picture I got them to sign today. Yeah. So that's one of probably 30 autographs I got today, y'all. All right, next. I'll answer y'all questions in a minute. Somebody's gonna spoil it, and I don't want you to, but I mean, that's why I'm not reading the chat. You know what? I'm not gonna read no comments at all tonight. How about that? I will not be answering no questions. I will not be responding to no texts. I will not be commenting on the trolls. I might sing the troll song, but I'm not gonna say trolls' names and then delete. I'm gonna do that, but I'm not gonna see that. Bad idea what? Of not reading the chat? Can't see me. All right. Next one. I met Kylie Ray. Who knows Kylie Ray from Evolve? I got her. She was pregnant, by the way, and I had to make it out to Trey. So I met Kylie Ray. I was complimenting her on how good she's been doing and how much I like her. I got a selfie with her, but it's on my phone ran out of memory, so I didn't start using my iPad to take pictures. I'm so glad I took it with me. The iPad was another thing that was in the Money in the Bank briefcase. So the next person, Mara Sade, Shucky Ducky, quack quack. I got to meet her and got a selfie with her, but that's her signature. I had her make it out the tray as well. That photo is fire, by the way. That's why I have the parental advisory discretion for younger viewers because I'm showing things like this. She bad. I even told her like when she was in NXT, every time she would come out, I'd say, "I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real." And she started laughing. She's like, "Yep, that's the gimmick." And I was like, "Yeah," and I made that gimmick be it every time. All right, another indie star y'all don't recognize. Y'all not gonna know her at all. I forget her last name, but she's really good friends with Amanda Kiss. They they go all over the place, like, wrestling together in North Carolina. Leia, I forget her last name, but I had her sign it, and she put a heart on it. So sweet. She was real nice and really pretty. So Leia's another autograph I got, and a picture with her as well. I mean, I got the picture with her and Amanda Kiss last night at the other show. Notice the trend here. I got pictures with more fine girls than I did with the dudes. Keep that in mind. I made that a point. I mean, yeah, I like the dudes. I almost met Nick Nemeth, but I'll get to that later. All right, y'all. This next one's cool too, man. You're not ready. Y'all ain't ready for all this. I spent way too much money today. I went in there with the mindset to spend this much. I spent that much more and then some. Next person. Because I was trying to look for Zara Brookside the whole time and couldn't find her. So I'm like, well, shoot. If I'm gonna get shit on Zara Brookside, I'm gonna meet as many other people as I can instead. You ready? Y'all ain't ready for this. The inspiration. I got a selfie with them too. The Iconics. Cassie Lee and Jesse McKay. And I even told Cassie Lee how much of a crush I have on her. I was like, I love you. I got the biggest crush on you ever. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack Cassie Lee is like definitely top 10, if not top 5 my wrestling crushes. That's why I say this was 1,000 times better than your war games. I don't care what happened on your war games. Me meeting all these Shucky Ducky Quack Quacks, getting these autographs, getting these pictures, 10,000 times better than that show I can watch at any time on ESPN Plus. Even though they're gonna spoil the results for me, like you already have about Liv Morgan coming back. Anyway, continuing on with my autographs that I got. What up, Aaron Teagle? I see you in chat. How you doing? Hope all is well with you. I'm trying to ignore the live chat so I don't have any more spoilers from war games, and I don't want to deal with the trolls. Anyway, next, as I continue on through this journey of who I met today. Again, parental discretion is advised. That's why I have the warning label on the video description and also on my picture with the video. Mina Shirakawa. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack. I even had to make it out to Trey, and she is so sweet. She's so pretty. She's even more pretty in real life. Mina sure, and she put a heart on it. I was wanting her autograph so bad. I was watching her sign a bunch of autographs online. There's this Facebook group. I forgot the name of it, but you can send them whatever, and they'll sit there and sign it. They'll sit up for like an hour signing autograph after autograph for whoever. You can have whatever you want on it, whatever picture you want. I'm leaving it up there for a minute because I chose that picture on purpose because I was like, it's either you in the swimsuit or you with the swimsuit like this. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack Mina Shirakawa so hot. That's another reason 1,001 times, 10 quadrillion times better than War Games, y'all. Start WrestleCade. 10 quadrillion times better than War Games. Unless you were at War Games in real life and got to meet John Cena and paid a ridiculously amount more money to meet him than I did for my WrestleCade, WrestleCade was better. Unless you got to meet your wrestlers and went to the show and had VIP and got to take the chair home with you at. If you went, where was War Games at tonight? Phoenix, Utah, wherever it was. Unless you were in the building for War Games and you got to meet wrestlers and take the chair home with you, WrestleCade was 1,000 times better, 100 million times better. Continuing on, y'all ain't gonna know this next person, but before I show him, I'm gonna show you my next Shucky Ducky Quack Quack moment. There was like a million Shucky Ducky Quack Quack moments tonight between the wrestlers that were fine and then the people like me, marks, female marks walking around that were fine. You ready? Y'all ain't ready for this. San Diego, yeah. Okay, so unless you were in San Diego at that arena, sitting ringside, watching War Games, and got to meet John Cena, unless you were that person, those select few, WrestleCade was a million times better than War Games. All right, continuing on. Ready? Y'all ain't ready, but I'm gonna make you ready because the next person I met, Ala Dawn, Shucky Ducky Quack Quack, got a picture with her and everything. And I even told her too. I'm like, I would ask you to marry me, but I already know I don't stand a chance in hell. I said it just like that. I would ask you to marry me, but I know I don't stand a chance in hell. Had to make it out to Trey Aladon. Shucky ducky quack. And she looks so and that accent, oh my god, my legs got weak just from her accent. She could talk to me all night long. I'm a sucker for an accent and I'm a sucker for legs. I'm gonna leave it up there for a second and let it marinate. Because like I said, I'm still taking in all that has transpired today. So how many autographs is that? First off, I haven't even done a head count yet. How many autographs is that so far? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. That's almost 10 right there alone. Like we'll call that nine. And then I met this dude. All right, I seen him at local indie shows. He's got his gimmick is so funny, y'all. You've probably never heard of this person, but yeah, I'll show him first. All right, yeah, but his gimmick is crazy, y'all. You're not gonna believe me if I tell you. So I'm gonna just show you. I don't even know his name. What was his name? Jebediah. Jebediah something. Anyway, his name is and his gimmick is he's Amish. Y'all don't know who that is because he's a local indie person like Amanda Kiss and Leah and the DCW Tag Team Champions, Pure Temptation. He wrestles at the different places with them. But his gimmick, he comes out, unlike Mr. Iguana, he has a live chicken as his gimmick. And he puts it in a crate while he's wrestling. And people would be chanting KFC at him. He get getting mad and stuff like that. But yeah, I got his autograph and his selfie as well. Jebediah, I forget what his last name is, it starts with an H. But yeah, that's the picture I picked. Thanks for saying I'm funny and for liking my glasses. I see that comment. I'm trying not to read live chat, but I saw that. And thank you. So that was autograph number 10. Number 11 on deck. You ready for this one? Santino Marella. I got to meet. I call it yeet, meet, greet, delete, repeat. Every time I meet somebody, it's yeet, greet, meet, delete, repeat. Santino Marella. And I even told him, I'm like, I like your accent too. You crack me up talking about some hard boys and the way you talk and misspell names and mispronounce people. Yeah, I got to meet him. Cool guy. And when I first walked up to him and met him, I said, "Hey, I'm Trey." And he misunderstood me, thought I said I wanted to train, thought I was wanting him to train me. I'm like, well, you can train me if you want to, but I'll just let you know how to spell my name on this picture you're gonna sign for me. And that was the one I picked, Director of Authority and Still. Yeah, I had to pick that one out of all the pictures he had options on. So that's number 11. Again, WrestleCade. It happens every year in November. 1 million times better than not only War Games, but any other than WrestleMania 41 when I went to it in Vegas. I dare say it was better than that experience too, though. Just because I'm just scratching the surface. When I went to WrestleMania, I only got to meet Maxine Dupree and Diamond Dallas Page. Right there alone, I met 10 people at WrestleCade. So that's why I feel like WrestleCade this year for me was better than WrestleMania 41. And I thought nothing would touch that. Moving on, though, as we get to the good part of the autographs that I got, you won't ever guess who it was. It was somebody that I was on my list that I had prepaid to meet ahead of time. I look like I can rock with the Wyatts. Really? That's as pathetic as saying I look like Teddy Long. Or who said I look like an 88-year-old David Otunga? That's as absurd as saying something like that. Anywho, moving forward. My heart's still fluttering at this one. I'm for real, y'all. I already deal with something. My heart deal with all year. Ever since the ball dropped from 2025, I've had cardiovascular issues, and this next moment did not help. You ready? Woo, so hot. Shucky ducky quack quack, ready or not. formerly known as Cora Jade, aka Elena Black. I've had to make this one out to trade. First off, I got the VIP access to her. I paid ahead of time so I can have 5 things signed and get a picture with her. That was the picture that she chose. I told her pick a picture because she had so many options up there. Actually, I did pick this out myself. Actually, I'll take that back. Out of all the pictures she had, this was the one I wanted. This was the one I picked out. So hot. And and when I met her, I asked her, I'm like, can I ask you out on a date? I want to take you out somewhere. She's like, I got a boyfriend. So I tried. I threw my shot. I tried, shut down. I'm used to that. That's the story of my life. Even when I was 12, 13, 14 years old, I asked a girl, I muster up the courage to ask a girl out, whether they're my age or not, celebrity or not, always get shut down. If I like a girl and I have a feelings for her and I think they're cute, I can forget about it every single time. I have to settle for somebody that has got baggage or somebody that I'm not physically attracted to or somebody that lives in another state, 18,000 miles away. Anyway, Cora Jade. Show it one more time. Shucky Ducky, quack, quack. She looked so good in real life. She actually looked like my former coworker. I even sent her a picture of us together and said, "Hey, I met your doppelganger today." Shucky Ducky, quack, quack. Shucky Ducky, quack, quack. Be still my beating heart. So what's that? 12 autographs? All right, that was 12th autograph. And like I said, I had this in my money in the bank briefcase to keep them in so everything didn't get bent like my Tony Storm autograph at the house. Got damaged in transport from Vegas. I made sure that wasn't gonna happen this time. These things are in good condition and they're going in my autograph book soon. So moving on with everything that happened today. That's just like that's more than half who I met today. I'm looking through my briefcase. Oh yeah. Speaking of Cora Jade, remember I said I got 5 autographs because I got the VIP access to her? That was I got 2 autographs on pictures, and I got 2 autographs. I brought this with me. I ordered it on Amazon, and I asked them like, "Can you please sign it like R Truth did, and sign it as Cora Jade right there, and then sign it as Elena Black right there?" And she did just that. So she signed it as Cora Jade there, and then she signed it as Elena Black there. The same exact thing R Truth did with his action figure, she did with hers. No name on it. It ain't got. I sort of make sure it ain't got my name on it. So if I did want to sell it one day, it's gonna be worth more value. Anytime y'all get autographs from celebrities or wrestlers, if you want to resell it one day, don't have them put your name on it. Have them write it out with just their name on it, or like, thanks for being a fan, or great to see you. Don't have them put a name on it because it's worth less if there's a name on it. Unless you find somebody with that exact name that's a big wrestling fan that'll buy it. Anyway, Cora Jade there, Elena Black there. So cool, man. So cool. She was so nice. Other than her shutting me down for a date, she was really nice. All right, moving on. Next autograph. So I done lost count again. What was that? 13? Technically, I got 5 from her, so we'll do another recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm counting every one of hers separate because that was 5 different autographs. Well, I'll say 14. Next up, I really didn't like this guy for the longest time. I only liked him when he was in WWE. I'm gonna give you a hint as to who it is. Let's see who can guess this next one. He was in WWE for a while. I couldn't tell you how long ago. I say if I had to guess about what 7 years ago, 6 years ago, roughly something like that. He was in Hit Row. Who is it? Don't know the 2 hints you're getting. He was in WWE about 7 years ago. And he was a member of Hit Row. Who did I get? Who did I meet? Who did I autograph? I like to rock with the Wyatts, really. Zay Solo, you need to quit hating on somebody. You're too grown to be trolling somebody, you stupid idiot. Now get out of my chat. And with that note, delete. Trolls don't want none. They ain't no fun. That coward punk, no trolls don't really want none. Why they stubborn for? They need to go somewhere. Every one of them run their mouth, gonna get banned. Be cooler, you're next. Treat people with respect. Cause ain't no troll hijacking my podcast. Nope, trolls don't want none. Nope, trolls don't want none. Nope, trolls don't want none. They ain't no fun. Trolls don't want none. They ain't no fun. Zay's a coward punk and he don't really want none. He need to get lost under a bridge somewhere, acting like a child. Put him in timeout or something. Always run their mouth and stay mad jealous. Got mods on it. No need to get my hands dirty. Nope, trolls don't want none. Nope, trolls don't want none. Nope, trolls don't want none. They ain't no fun. Trolls don't want none. They ain't no fun. Zay's a coward punk and he don't really want none. And that's the bottom line. Why? Because 3 belt Trey said so. That's why. Delete. Notice only got 3 belts now. That's another thing that happened today at WrestleCade. I left my NXT 2.0 belt with one of the belt makers out there to be re-leathered. It'll be ready in about a month and a half. I told him to take his time. I'd rather him take his time and have it be looking sweet than to rush it and it be jacked up. So yeah, I'm one less belt now. I was 4 belt Trey for a stint, but I was networking. That was another thing. I was asking everybody, I want to get this belt re-leathered. I wanted to re-leather this one. And it might be next, but DDP's autograph is still slightly up there, just barely. I see like one speck of gold. I already told him, like, that was DDP. See that one piece of gold right there? That's all that's left of his autograph. Diamond Dallas Page. I paid all that money like I did all these other autographs for it to be not up there no more. Sarah, don't worry about it being fake. You're fake. I'm not fake. You're fake. Wrestling ain't fake. You're fake, Sarah. What does that say? HD H4U 3L. You're fake, punk. You're a coward. You know what? Got something for you right here. Where that go? Sarah, this is for you. For you specifically. Because wrestling is more real than your fake self. Now go jump off a bridge without a parachute. Delete. Anyway, back to what I was going through. That's why I'm not reading live chat, by the way. And Jeff Hardy, during his concert that I just left from about an hour ago, he said it best. He's talking about how he was dealing with people hating on the internet, stuff like that, how he would read the comments and get worked up and whatever. And he inspired me to try to be better with that's why I'm not reading live chat, because I don't feel like dealing with them. I can ignore them. I would have to ignore every other comment, but y'all can thank the trolls for me ignoring everything instead of just them. Plus, there's some spoilers going on. Anyway, who's gonna guess my next person that I met? They used to be in WWE 6, 7 years ago. Was in the Hit Row tag team or the faction. I'll give you another hint. Then he's in TNA now. Somebody guess who this is so I can show the autograph. Used to be in WWE. Was in Hit Row. Is in TNA now. Does some indie stuff too because he was at the show tonight. Who it be? Who that is? I bet it was a great San Diego Survivor Series, but my WrestleCade was 1,000 times better. That's why I'm talking about it instead of this War Games. WrestleCade 2025 was 18 trillion times better than War Games. I guarantee it. Anyway, who am I talking about? Who did I meet next? I done showed you 14 different autographs I got tonight from wrestlers, past, present, and future. Ding, ding, ding. Ray Donovan, 493. You got it. And with that said, I got Top Dollar to sign his action figure. I normally don't. He signed it right there, Top Dollar, and he put some dollar signs at the top of it too. And I got a picture with him. I normally I don't like Top Dollar. I didn't. I like him now because I met him. And I even told him like, dude, you like a light switch. You could turn that hate on and off. You turn that heel mode on and off with the red light with the camera. Because somebody walked by and he started healing them out of nowhere when he was being sweet to me. So that made me like him. Just like Frankie Kazarian. I met him and he was a cool dude. Them heels, they do their job very well. Because I even told him, like, dude, I didn't like you for the longest time. And I knew you were a really nice guy in real life. That's why I wanted to come over here and meet you and say, hey, so money, money, money. A whole lot of it is what I spent at WrestleCade today. Moving on. What's next that I can show y'all and share with you? All right. I didn't get his autograph because I got it last year and I got the picture with him last year as well. What's that autograph number 15, by the way? 15 autographs from 15 different wrestlers. Oh, 10 different wrestlers at this point. Y'all probably don't know who this is either. Actually, some of you might know who this is because he used to wrestle Dusty Rhodes. He said his favorite wrestler ever was Wahoo McDaniels because he wrestled with him back in the day. I'm gonna kick you out of my chat for spamming. That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't seen nothing. You ain't the boss of me. You don't tell me what to do. Y'all know who George South is? How many of y'all in the chat watching the video right now knows who George South is? By the way, I got this shirt because of the message behind it. That's talking about Jesus. That's not talking about George South. That's talking about my Lord and Savior. I had to get this shirt. And then it's fire. And it looks like the Cactus Jack shirt as well. And it's, to me, that's a Christian shirt. That's all about Jesus. Because that's where I'm going in the morning, matter of fact. Worship service with George South, part of WrestleCade. They do it every year. Hello. I said just like Zilla as I delete you out of here. Quit spamming the chat. Jerk face stupid idiots. Go get a life. Thank you. I agree, Jordan. Praise the Lord. That's why I'm gonna show it again. I had as soon as I saw it, I looked and I'm like, dang, look like the Cactus Jack shirt. But then I read this words that says saved by one man's death. And I was like, the only thing it's missing is a Bible verse. The message is implied that one man's death was not George South, that's for sure. Anyway, I didn't get his autograph, like I said. I didn't get a picture with him because I met him last year. He autographed my Bible. I'll show you that. What he autographed for me last year. One second. I brought it with me. And to be honest, I'm really glad I bought my Bible today, this weekend, because I don't have one in this hotel room. You know, normally hotels have a Bible in a drawer somewhere. This room, this hotel don't do that. They ain't got not one Bible in here. So this is my mom got it for me a long time ago. Got my name engraved on it. Her handwriting's still in it, so it's got so much heartfelt value to it. I'll show you that. That was mom got me that. That's her writing. But I brought it with me to the worship service last year when I went to WrestleCade for the first time, and George South autographed it. I have asked him, like, can you autograph my Bible since I'm here at worship service and I got it with me? Different. No, I did not steal these belts. I purchased them online with my hard-earned money, Nemo. How about it? How you doing, by the way? I ain't got time for y'all. Delete. Going back to my amazingly incredible weekend that was the best day ever. I'm still that's pretty much over the tip of the iceberg. All those autographs I just showed you, the action figures. Y'all ain't ready for this next one though. Again, who was here? All right, there's 21 people watching me now. Who was in the live chat watching my video from WrestleCade yesterday and saw the back of this belt? Did any of y'all see the back of this belt yesterday when Zilla signed it? I asked that question earlier and nobody answered it. So I assume no. Don't worry, I'll wait. See if maybe at least one person. I know Tina was in here yesterday. I guess she's not in the chat today. But I haven't been reading chat intentionally between the trolls and the spoilers. I ain't even trying to read none of that. And that's another thing. I told multiple people about how y'all be hating on me in the live chat, and they're talking about People are supposed to be bringing people up. They're not supposed to be tearing them down. And another person said, "Keep doing you. In spite of what they say, do it even harder. Do it even more." I've been good, Stamp. What up, Stella? How you doing? I'm trying not to read the live chat, but at least y'all are being cool and not spoiling war games for me because I haven't seen it yet. Bill Savage, what I just say as you were typing it probably. I haven't seen War Games yet, so stop spoiling it. That's why I'm not trying to read the live chat down there. And I'm gonna go back to stop and reading it right now and continue with my story about how amazing WrestleCade was today, okay? Since nobody wants to answer the question about seeing the back of this belt when I brought it home from WrestleCade day one yesterday with only Zilla's signature on the back. It was only one signature on the back of this back belt yesterday, right? Look at the back of it now. When I brought this thing to the room after your last night, it was just Zilla signed it up. He had Zilla Fatu, hashtag WrestleCade, fourth rope. That was all that was on there, right? So starting at this end, that is Paige. I meant Paige, aka Soraya. She signed it in blue. Franchise Shane Douglas, Francine, ECW Queen Extreme. That right there is Zara Brookside. I got to meet her when I didn't get to earlier. It doesn't matter how old I are. How old are you? 605. I'm assuming you're probably 65 or are you 625? You either 6 years old or you're 5 years old. How old are you? It doesn't matter how old I am. How old are you? Don't come in here hating because I ain't got time for it as I continue on this journey. Matt Riddle, bro, got him to sign it. That's why I say my experience at WrestleCade today is 1,000 times better than watching Survivor Series tonight. Bro, 420. He put 420 up there. That one is Enzo Amore. How you doing? He goes by Real One now in Fourth Rope Wrestling. And then that one right there is Indy Hartwell. I got Indy Hartwell to sign it. And there's one more signature on it. Cora Jade. She signed the strap. Every time I give it to a wrestler, wait, that's upside down. Because she put a heart on it. Every time I give this belt to a wrestler, I'm like, hey, this belt is your oyster. Do with it as you want. And they did a nice, that's pretty. That bad boy is fire. I just got this belt 3 weeks ago as an early Christmas present to me from me, and it was bare. Look at it now. Fire. Woo, woo, woo. So, what was we at with the autograph count? I haven't, this is my first time doing a count on how many autographs I got, by the way. We'll recount it again from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I got 25 different wrestlers autographs today at WrestleCade. Now, how is that War Games? Whatever happened, I don't even care. I'll watch it whenever I watch it. Even though I love John Cena and it was his last War Games ever. How in the heck is that supposed to be better than what I went through today? It ain't. That's the answer to your question. The answer to, and all right, I missed one. 20, make it 26. Because yesterday I met Teddy Long, right? Oh man, I messed it up. Damn it. Sorry. I met Teddy Long. He said that I can get a free trading card of his with the purchase of an autograph and a photo combo. Well, he forgot to give it to me. And I saw him again today, and I'm like, dude, I forgot to get that. And he remembered. He's like, oh yeah, I remember you were supposed to get that card, but you didn't. So he signed one of his baseball cards. It's like a baseball card almost. But I ran over it with the chair wheel a second ago, dealing with trying not to be mad at these stupid trolls jumping in the chat. And then the back of it. But yeah, and it's WCW. I hate I ran over it with the damn chair though, but still cool. I will watch war games, but just after I get off this live stream, I'll watch war games. But I'm only running on like maybe 12 hours of sleep for this week because I got 4 hours last night, 4 hours the night before that. All right, I'm exaggerating that. I got 8 hours of sleep throughout this weekend. You look booted from my chat. ND0101. You like a person who is kicked out of my chat. Delete. Thank you for admiring that too, Measly Poo. Really? That's your name? I had a really great day. Good day, great day, best day ever. And 26 autographs is wild. I'm still, you know, that mind blown emoji where the dude's head is literally popped off with all the. That's me right now. I've been that way the whole time. I walked in there today with the intention of meeting Zai Brookside and Cora Jade. I met 24. I mean, you could walk up to him and shake their hand and talk to him for a second, but if you want something signed or if you want a picture with him, you got to pay every time. 26 autographs is incredible. I think that's all that I got. I mean, yeah, and yeah, that's enough, right? And I plan on meeting some more people tomorrow because it's day 3. The last day is tomorrow, and it's doing the last meet and greet. But it's another slow day. Like Friday and Sunday, there's wrestlers there. There might be like maybe 80. But on Saturday, when it's the big thing, that's when there's like hundreds of wrestlers there, like 300. Karrion Cross and Scarlett, I saw them. I didn't meet them, but I got this. They were standing right beside Paige when I got her autograph and her picture. Karrion Cross, and they were in the one of the events at the Super Show. That's another thing. After the meet and greet was a Super Show. They do it every year at WrestleCade, and it was like 3, 4 hours long. 4 hours long. I feel like everybody from Matt Riddle was wrestling. Cedric Alexander wrestled. Who did he wrestle? It won't Matt Riddle. God, I can't. I have to look back on my pictures to tell you. But anyway, it was a super show. It was a great show indeed. Hornswoggle was in there wrestling against AJ Francis and Bojack, and he was on the same team as Heath Slater and Sin Cara was wrestling. I saw Jushin Thunder Liger. He wrestled in a match tonight. How is that not better? How is War Games better than what I went to? Explain. Don't explain, but explain. Show my shiny belts again. Don't mind if I do, especially the back of it. And I just got this 3 weeks ago. I need to quit touching it. When I get home, I'm putting it up. I'm not taking it to shows. I might take it to something to get them signed. Get somebody. I wanted Matt and Jeff to sign it, but that line for Matt and Jeff and the line for Lita and Trish, literally a mile long. You'd wait like 3, 4 hours to meet them because a mile long line took that long to get through because they're so personable. They want to talk to everybody, and because they were fans before they started in the business. I'm not in WWE. I'm just a big fan. Okay, I'm not. I'm nobody in wrestling. I don't get in the ring and wrestle. I'm not a referee. I'm in no capacity, and I'm trying to get there. That's my reason for doing this podcast, and so I can somehow get my foot through the door of the business. Show the world heavyweight belt, the big gold belt, the Ric Flair drip, and real one. Remember my name. We were walking out at the same time last night, actually, and when we were walking from the building to the parking deck, he's like, "Your name's Trey, right?" I'm like, "Wow, yeah, my name's Trey." So we started talking back and forth. He's asking me about the show from last night, the fourth rope show. Like, what's your favorite match? And yeah, and I told him, "Yeah, man, I'm coming to see you tomorrow so I can get that autograph." Because that's when he autographed that belt. Oh, I'm supposed to showing you this again. You wanted to see this one? I gotta get it re-leathered or order another one. I almost got the Rey Mysterio version, but I want this one, but a better version of it. I want to buy another one because I don't wore. When you see the back, you'll see why. I've worn this belt out. I show it off. I've shown it off to everybody at WrestleCade. I'm like, dude, I've worn this belt out, literally, figuratively, and literally worn it out. And I also didn't want to get it reloaded because Diamond Dallas Page's autograph is still slightly up there. It's barely visible compared to. And you can go to my YouTube channel and see him signing it at WWE World back in April. I showed it to somebody earlier. I'm like, yeah, see, this is when he signed it. Look how bright that gold was, and look what looks like now after I paid all that money. No, I can't send it to you, Christian. What you mean? Worked too hard to have the things I got to just give it away. This one's and this one I've had the longest, and it's in better condition than the big gold belt. How does that work? Look at the back. The back don't look nothing like the other one. The only thing with this one is starting to where's it at? That little string. See how it's doing that? The leather's doing that. But that's better than because I get belt dust on me now. Like I'm surprised. Yeah, like on my shoulder right now, like dandruff, but really that's part of that belt that I had up there. You see that? The belt is shedding. Like that part's coming off and it's getting on my black clothes. No, I did not watch War Games. I was at WrestleCade, which was 18 quadrillion times better than War Games because it was a real life experience where I got 26 different autographs from 26 different wrestlers. I got to carry on conversation with Matt Riddle. Got to talk to him a lot because he was the one talking about shoot your shot, man. Now's the time. Cora Jade, she ain't dating nobody. Right? All she's doing, Matt Riddle's exact words. All Cora Jade's doing is just sitting around playing with her titties at home. So I went and asked her out on a date, and she said, "Nope, I got a boyfriend." And I meant to tell Matt Riddle what she said, but people were wanting autographs from him, wanting pictures with him, so I didn't say nothing. But yeah, Sin Cara was wrestling tonight. Nick Nemeth, that's who it was. It was Nick Nemeth versus Cedric Alexander. That was one of the matches. And the main event of the night, the Hardy Boys versus the Rascals. Matt and Jeff Hardy versus Trey Miguel and no, it was Wes Lee and Zachary Wentz. Any other belt I'm thinking of getting soon? I want the spinner. I'm actually getting my NXT 2.0 belt re-leathered, so that is the most significant thing I'm looking forward to getting back. It's gonna be better than it was before. Like this doesn't swing. It swings, but the leather I'm getting on the NXT belt is like the ones they have on TV. Like when Cody Rhodes and them throw the belt up, you know how the leather strap swings. Mine's gonna be like that with my NXT belt when I get it back, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, thanks for spoiling Liv Morgan coming back. I know somebody else told me earlier. That's why I'm trying not to read your live chats because I have at least it'll be very cool and interesting to see her come back, to see her fine face on my TV screen, even though you guys have ruined it for me, spoiling it for me. No, I don't have the Intercontinental Champion, OTC Yeats Mans, the same person who spoiled Liv Morgan. Somebody else spoiled her earlier. You're just the second person to do it. Even if I was to put that in the live chat and in a pinned comment, like, hey, I haven't seen the show yet. Don't tell me what happened. Y'all would still jump in the live chat and tell me anyway. Anywho, more people that was at the war. Zilla Fatu wrestled tonight at the Super Show. Killer Cross and Scarlet was there wrestling tonight. Heath Slater, he wrestled twice. There was a battle royal. There was like 60 people in this battle royal over the top rope. And everybody got eliminated. And guess who came out and won it? JBL. JBL came out, threw out the last person, won the belt. I was like, "What?" He wasn't even in the match until the last second. Literally, like the last second. And one of the bushwhackers, the last bushwhacker that's living, he was in that Royal Rumble match. He was the first one to get eliminated. You could tell when they were in the locker room, he's like, "Okay, I'll be in this match, but I'm gonna be getting thrown out first, and you're gonna throw me out easy." Because that dude could just barely get in the ring, bro. Ricky Morton, ain't his name? He was in the match. So many people was in that match. Do I have a picture on my iPad? No, it's on my phone. Which is another thing. In due time, I'm gonna be putting all this stuff on my YouTube channel, all the pictures, all the videos. But it's gonna take me a while because it's a lot of content. A lot of content. That's why I ain't got no memory on my phone, and now I don't have no memory on my iPad because I took so many photos and videos, especially the selfies. I mean, I can show you some of the selfies on my iPad. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, like me and Indy Hartwell, for example. I got like 4 or 5, and they took. I like how they take multiple pictures because I'm not very photogenic, and I'm very self-conscious and insecure about it. So when they snap like 4, 5, 6 pictures in a row, I like that because at least one of them hopefully come out halfway decent. Like me being on this camera right now, cringe. Can you see the heavyweight champion real quick? Sure. Which one? The big W or the big gold? Jerk beefy. I like it. That's all that matters. What's your fascination with whatever you like in life? What's your thing that you're into a lot? Basketball, football, hockey, golf, NASCAR, tennis, soccer, football? Football? You like football? Whatever you like, whatever you like is what you like, and whatever I like is what I like. Period. In a discussion. Indy Hartwell, you ready? And I had all 4 belts and the Money in the Bank briefcase. I was walking around like that at WrestleCade for like 4, 5 hours. Everybody was like, "Dang, you got a lot." I had 4 belts and the Money in the Bank briefcase walking around like a boss. And people were loving it. Every other person was just loving it. I'm like, "Thank you, God," because I get so many hating trolls on the internet be talking crap about me for doing this. I'm around my people. I'm in my element, finally. Nobody hating on me for it, just a bunch of love. I don't have 2 championships. I got 3 belts. I actually got 4 belts. I just showed you. Here, I'll show you a better view of it. You can see that 4 belts in that picture. Here, I'll show it again. I got 4 belts technically, you troll. You're lucky I don't kick you out just for admitting you're a troll. I got 4 belts. Get it right. Get your facts straight. And I'm eyeballing the 5th one. I don't know if I could take 5 belts and a freaking Money in the Bank around. That would be a lot. Because that was tough doing that all night. I don't need a girl to have it all. I got it all without the girl because I got Jesus. That's more important than any female on this planet Earth. How about that, Laser? I can sin alone by my damn self. I don't need a female to help me sin and be even worse of a person in God's eyes than I already am. That's why I'm better off without one. And I ain't gotta spend no money on her. I ain't gotta sit there and worry about her cheating on me when I'm not around. I ain't worry about being lied to or manipulated, catching something that I can't wash off with freaking soap and water, or her getting pregnant and then I have to spend $300,000 per child. That's how much they say is average. If you have a child in their lifetime, the parent ends up spending $300,000 per child between childcare, food, clothes, school, books, to it. I don't even want to spend, I'd rather spend it on myself. Trolls don't want none. You ain't no fun. Laser, you're a coward punk and you don't really want none. Say trolls' names and then delete. Laser is a coward moron. You're just a cowardly moron. Our world would be so much better without you here. You're just another jabroni who's ignorant. I said, you're a cowardly reject. Laser's a cowardly reject. Say trolls' names, then remove them from the chat. Laser's a cowardly reject. You coward reject. You're so distasteful. Delete and delete trolls from the chat this way. Laser's a cowardly reject. You coward reject. Now go away, you coward punk. Delete. I will delete you. Ah, yes. And are you trolling me or are you just asking because you're trying to inquire? Got no. The song says got mods on it. No need to get my hands dirty. Got mods on it. I ain't got no mods. Where my mods at? John was here earlier. Have I seen Sting because you did? He was there at WrestleCade, but his line was a mile long, and I wanted to meet Cora Jade and the 26 other wrestlers. I met 26 other wrestlers instead of that one wrestler. It would take you all day to meet Sting or Lita or Trish Stratus. Literally a mile long to meet them. Like when I met John Cena back in the day, that line was like 2 miles long. It took me literally 3 4 hours to get to see him, and it would have done the same thing for today with Sting. I'll meet him next year because I want him to sign my belt, and I want to meet him. Inquiring, I'm 43 years old, and it doesn't matter if I'm a 43-year-old or a 3-year old. I like wrestling. Big whoop. What's it to you? That's my thing. I don't see the problem. And millions of other people don't see the problem with me liking wrestling either, including my late great grandma and my mom in heaven. So going back to these pictures on my iPad, by the way, his name, oh, that dude with the chicken, his name is Jebediah Hoskins. No, I said it wrong. Jebediah Hoskins, and Betsy the chicken. Jeremiah Hoskins and Betsy the chicken. Yeah, that dude look crazy in this picture too, y'all. And you can clearly see the fourth belt around my waist in this one. That dude, he's another one like AJ Francis. He's a heel, but a super nice guy in real life. That's what's messing me up now. I got a different viewpoint of heels now. Like that's just a job, just like when John Cena did it earlier in this year. That's just them playing a role. I did see Jushin Thunder Liger, and that match lasted all of 5 minutes. He took that dude out in no time. I might have a clip. I might be able to show you a clip. Let's see, Jushin Thunder Liger, where it at? Since you're asking about it and seem to be a cool person in the chat. It might be on my phone though, but I think I got at least to like his entrance or something. No, that's Moose. Moose was there. That's another person that was at the Super Show. That Matt Cardona, he was there. I'm weak. Y'all want to see Swoggle choke slam AJ Francis? That was epic, yo. I was like, this dude just choke slammed AJ Francis, and then got dropped by Bojack. Once it replays again, I'll show you. I think my Jushin Thunder Liger video might be on my phone, which is streaming. All right, here you go. And then he got dropped by Bojack. Y'all probably don't know who Bojack is. I met him a couple times. Yeah, he chokeslammed AJ Francis. I was like, what? How? All right. Now that part of wrestling is probably fake because you know that AJ Francis jumped to make him be able to lift him up. He couldn't have lifted him up without him jumping. But every choke slam people jump, no matter who. Even when Undertaker choke slam people, they jump a little bit. They're just not. They do it so smoothly you can't see it. Where's Jushin Thunder Liger at? Nick Nemeth. Who's the girl? Oh, that was the women's match. And that one chick was fine. I forget her name, but man, Shucky Ducky Quack Quack. I was saying it all night long. Here, I'll show you another clip when Heath Slater came out. People going crazy. Ready? Trying to do it backwards. Backwards man on the backwards man. Now you tell me how War Games was better than what I was watching tonight, better than the experience I had today. Because War Games was just how long? 3 hours, 4 hours long. I got there at 11 a.m. I didn't leave until like 11 p.m. 12 hours worth of either meet and greets or wrestling. Favorite pay per view of all time, WrestleMania 41, because I was there in person in Allegiant Stadium back in April. So I don't think I had that clip of Jushin Thunder Liger on my iPad. I'm looking, but I don't. I'm more than certain that's on the phone. Got a couple pictures of Scarlett though. How about when Scarlett? You know who Angelina Love is? Former TNA knockout. She's a TNA legend. Used to be tag team with Velvet Sky. Beautiful people. You want to see her? I'm gonna turn the volume up on this one. You want to see Scarlett spearing Velvet Sky? Thank you. I agree, Donnie. It sounds a lot better than War Games, right? Again, unless you were in San Diego or wherever they were at in the building, ringside, and got to take your chair home with you and got to meet John Cena and got to meet all the other wrestlers, which would have cost you literally an arm and a leg. Tina, oh my God, I'm so glad you're back. Hope all is well with you. Thanks for jumping in. I had the most amazing time at WrestleCade today, Tina, because you saw my belt last night. Remember I showed you Zilla Fatu signed the back of my new belt? This one? And plus, people have been hating me in the chat, but I'm used to it now. Trying to ignore them. I haven't been reading it hardly. I think she did used to be married to Bully Ray. Angelina Love, that is. Yeah, Zilla Fatu. So you saw it, Donnie? You were here last night? Or were you talking about just in general? Let me show you this clip of Scarlett Spear and Angelina Love first. I went to the Super Show. I was at WrestleCade for 12 hours a day, Tina, and it was the best day ever. But it was like the best day of my life, I feel like. If it, yeah, I can dare say today was the best day of my life. You have to look back on this video to see what I mean. Wait. That's Scarlet. And they put him in a cross jacket and made him tap out. All right, Tina, the back of this belt. You saw it last night. Look at it tonight, though. Let me take these off for a second so I can show you what I'm talking about. I'm still buzzing. I'm still taking it in. Indy Hartwell, Enzo Amore, Matt Riddle. That was Zilla's, but then Zaya Brookside signed it there. That's still all that's Zilla Fatu. You know that. He took up a lot of real estate, and I don't care. Francine Shane Douglas and the franchise. No, I said it wrong. The franchise Shane Douglas and Francine. That right there is Paige. Saraya, her name's Saraya Paige, former WWE. I even told her I watched Fighting with My Family in theaters before it was out to the public because WWE sent me a free ticket. And then one last one, Cora Jade, and she put a heart on it. I got all those. That belt is fire. So pretty with all the different colors. You see that, Tina? That's why I say War Games ain't got nothing on what I did today. I ain't even watched War Games yet. I was too busy at WrestleCade And then I went to the Hardy party. Yeah, I said it. The Hardy party. Devon Dudley was there with them. They had a panel. I ain't worried about the money. You only live once. I've been working 3 jobs so I can be able to do this. That's why I work 3 jobs, so I can have this experience and still be able to pay the bills at the same time. I bet War Games stunk compared to what I did, I can guarantee you, because WWE lately has had that mirror ceiling where they do the same thing over and over again. I already got spoiled. 2 or 3 people in live chat and already told me Liv Morgan came back. If you was getting blocked like this, B1, get a better username by the way. B119N8G40. What does your channel even look like? It won't even let me look, you're such a jabroni. It won't even let me look at your channel, you punk. Delete. What up, Riley? Shout you out since I see it in the chat. Oh, you seen the guest list for WrestleCade and it was stacked? Exactly. The, some people didn't show up. They had a bunch of cancellations though, man. But pales in comparison to the people who actually showed up. Like MVP was there, Shelton Benjamin was there, but Bobby Lashley wasn't. It was supposed to be all of the Hurt Syndicate together, but for some reason Bobby Lashley wasn't there. Um, trying to think of somebody else that didn't show. But all the people I wanted to see showed up. At first I thought Zaya wasn't there, but I just kept walking past her 18,000 times because there was so many people there. You couldn't really see everybody that was available. They didn't have no map, no directory or nothing like that. It was just by business names. So Zaya Brookside, for example, she was under the title match contract or whatever, whereas Paige was under a different one. I forget the name of hers. And then you got there was like a bunch of different vendors. They were under different vendor names. They had those listed, but then again, a crowd of people, it's hard to see everybody. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. But I found her. I was determined to find Zaya Brookside. And that matter of fact, I only got 2 belts because the belt that she signed is behind me drying. And I had just given my NXT 2.0 belt to the guy to be re-leathered. So I only got 2 belts in this picture, but Zara Brookside. I was determined to find her, and I found her fine ass right there. Shucky ducky, quack, quack. I even told her that too. I'm like, because I was telling her how I need to get more than one picture taken because I'm not very photogenic. And she was like, "Yeah, me too." La la la. I'm like, "No, you're good. Even if you think your picture is bad, I can guarantee you, you still look good in your pictures. Whereas me, I gotta take 18 pictures to get one halfway decent one." But yeah, Shucky Ducky Quack Quack Zara Brookside, so hot. I was so determined. One of my coworkers said she looks weird. I was like, "Bro, what do you?" I did not meet Jim Ross. He was there with what's the dude name that he was co-host with? He was Jerry Lawler. Him and Jerry Lawler. You can do a combo package where you can get a picture with both of them. But I didn't even see them. They were there, but I didn't see them because again, it was so hundreds of wrestlers there, Tina. They were there in attendance, but I didn't even see them. There was somebody else that I didn't see either, but they said was there. A bunch of people were there, and I didn't see half of them. What up, Bray? How you doing? Bro, I'll show it off again because you just jumped in the chat, right? You just jumping in here? You saw my belt last night, Bray, when Zilla Fatu had the back of it autographed. Look at it tonight. Look at it now. After my second day at WrestleCade. Look at that. I'll show it off every time. Look at all those autographs. And Tina, I'll show you the since you just jumped in here, I'll show you the other autographs too. Because you didn't see them early. Because Cora J, is she on here? I think she's actually it is up here. Cora J, where's she at? I gotta finish showing y'all the pictures. I showed you the autographs. I didn't show you the pictures. Inspiration. Oh, iconic. I even said that to him. I said, iconic. And I told Cassidy how much of a crush I had on her. I'm like, I got the biggest crush on you. I've had it since day one when I first laid eyes on you. Your accent is so attractive. I was hitting on them every time I meet one of them, I hit on them, trying to. Hey, you never know. Let's try. You gotta play ball in order to hit it out of the park. You know what I'm saying? So I was hitting on every single other one of them. I hit on her. I hit on Aladon. I hit on Cora Jade. I ain't care. Yeah, Trish Stratus showed up. That's workout motivation right there. And notice I had all 4 belts in that picture too. 4 belts and Money in the Bank briefcase. Because they were like, "Dang, you got the Money in the Bank too?" Everybody was doing it. Everybody was going crazy for my look. That look was getting everybody's attention, and literally everybody was loving it at WrestleCade. Not one person was hating on my look. Whereas in live chat, I get haters every other freaking minute on here. WrestleCade, nothing but love for that look. All right, next it was. Notice I got 4 belts. Keep that in mind. Bada boom, realest guy in the room. How you doing? Enzo Amore. Like I said, my experience at WrestleCade, 18 quadrillion times better than War Games. I ain't even watched War Games yet. I guarantee you my experience today at WrestleCade was a million times better than your War Games. Continuing on. And look, 4 belts. And he's got his belt around his waist. That picture is fire. I got to print all these out and add them to the wall of fame somehow. That picture is fire. My 4 belts, he got his belt. Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. That's a good picture. And I 9 times out of 10 I hate the pictures I take, but some of these came out really good. How can they not when I got 4 freaking belts and a Money in the Bank briefcase on me? Next one after Enzo. I wanted to redo this picture. Hold on, let me get like I said, they had to take 4 or 5 pictures to get a decent one. I gotta find the best one. It's that one. I'm hearting all the ones that are the best out of the best. I gotta print this one out too and get them to sign it as well. Pure Temptation. I didn't watch War Games. I was at WrestleCade, which was 1,000 quadrillion times better than your War Games. I done said that before. No, I'm gonna put that as a pinned comment right now. No, I didn't watch War Games. I was at WrestleCade, which was 18 billion times better than your War Games. I know Liv Morgan came back because 8 people done ruined it for me in the chat. So I know that surprise already. And all the people at WrestleCade didn't watch War Games either because we were all doing something that was better than War Games. Thanks for ruining that match for me as well, Kyle. I didn't watch it yet, so I guess John Cena lost the belt to Dom. Thanks again for ruining the show for me. After I just sat there and said I ain't watch it yet. Y'all's just something else, man. That's why I want to turn live chat off and not even have to deal with the trolls and the spoilers. But then I wouldn't be able to talk to Tina and Bray and all the cool people. pin it. Don't ask me no more. It is a pinned message. Now back to me trying to share my experience some more. Because I ain't even talked about the Hardy Party yet. Because that's how that night ended. What picture did I leave off at? Oh, Pure Temptation. I didn't show you. I was too busy dealing with chat. Like I said, notice 4 belts and Money in the Bank. I sport the look well. Pure Temptation, the DCW Tag Team Champions. I had to run it back and get that same picture, just in a different location and with more swag, with more merchandise, with more WWE wrestling paraphernalia. Look how I got the belt wrapped around the briefcase. I was carrying it like that for a while too, just for ease of accessibility, so to speak. Yeah, those are my friends. They're independent wrestlers. I can honestly say they're my friends. Those are the only wrestlers I could say Amanda Kiss is my friend as well. Those are the only wrestlers I know in real life and that I mean, I used to talk to AC on Facebook, but he's got it so you can't talk to him anymore. But yeah, I don't know any professional wrestlers like Raw, SmackDown, WWE, AEW, TNA. I'm trying to get friends with Matt and Jeff Hardy. That's why I went to the Hardy Party. And Matt was looking at me a lot, man. He kept looking at me. He kept looking at me. I was wanting to talk to him, but they had been there since like 9, 8 in the morning. And by then it was 11 o'clock at night. So I know they were ready to go. They done signed thousands of autographs that day. So I ain't really bothering like that. Everybody else was like, "Can I get a picture with you? Ooh, can I get a picture with you?" They wrestle at DCW, Dominant Championship Wrestling. It's a Raleigh slash Selma based independent organization. I think they're based out of Selma, but they do a lot of shows in Raleigh. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. I'm glad you said that instead of being a troll, because that's all I deal with most of the time in the chat. Thank you for the kind words, Brian. I do enjoy it a lot, man. My late great grandma got me into wrestling when I was 1.5, 2 years old, and I've just been hooked ever since. It just gets worse as the time and years go by. Trolls do suck. They're the scum of the earth. Like my song says, our world would be a much better place without them in it. Continuing on with my pictures from WrestleCade, though. Y'all ain't ready for this next one either. Another shucky ducky quack quack moment. You saw the autograph that I got from her, but y'all ain't seen the picture yet. Dawn. And she was looking good. And it was cold in there, so the high beams was on. That's why I say this video is not suitable for people under 18, because I just said that comment right there. She was so hot. I even told her, like, I love you. I love your accent. And she's also the one that I said, I would ask you to marry me, but I already know I don't stand a chance in hell. So I'm gonna just walk away. I said it like that and then walked away. Notice 4 belts. You can see the NXT belt around my waist. 4 belts. RVD was there, but I didn't meet him. He was there with his wife. He's there every year. Sandman was there. The Road Warriors was there. Demolition was there. Not Road Warriors. I meant to say Demolition. Demolition was there. There was so many people there, man. Like I'm trying to think of some other random people that I saw that was there. Like I said Nick Nemeth. What was her name? Layla. Remember Lay Cool, Michelle McCool, and Layla, the tag team. Layla was there. Um, trying to think of some other ones that stood out. I said Carrying Cross and Scarlet. Let me guess. This is another hater in this held message. This message is held for review. Let me guess. That's a hating troll. We got another hater. Oh, I thought you was just hating on me. Never mind. Raven. No Raven. Raven wasn't there. But I'll tell you somebody else who was there. And they were in the Super Show as well. James Ellsworth. He was there. Eugene. I saw Eugene. He was there. And he looks the same, but he done aged. He's got older. Eugene. He was there. Normally Mick Foley was there, but I didn't see him this year. He didn't show up this year. Um, Acolytes or APA, JBL, and Farouk were there. Because remember yesterday when Farouk showed up, he walked by me and I said, 4 letters, 1 word. Damn. And everybody popped, including him. He was like, well, damn, really the damn is you because you the champ. At the time, I had only 4 belts, not the Money in the Bank. Braun Strowman was there. Big Show was there. Who else did I see that stood out to me? The list, I'm telling you guys, literally hundreds of wrestlers. You couldn't see them all in the meet and greet started at 10 a.m. It ended at 3 p.m. Even if you walked around and met every single person somehow, you wouldn't have had enough time to meet everybody. But because the lines was a mile long with some of them, and some of them like got there late or might have gone to the bathroom and then come back so you didn't see them. Jushin Thunder Liger, he was there signing autographs. He was another one at WrestleCade at the meet and greet part of it. Um, let me see if I see somebody in the background on one of these pictures. Chris Statlander, the AEW Women's Champion, she was standing right beside Mina. I'm gonna show you that picture of me and Mina in a minute. I'm trying to name some more names that was there, put things more into perspective for you than I already have. Last year, Jacqueline was there, but she wasn't this year. At least I didn't see her. Again, it's hard to see literally everybody because there's so many people. Um, I can't wait to get my NXT belt back. He's gonna do a good number on it. It's gonna be so cool. That belt's gonna be lit. Swoggle, but I already said he was there signing autographs. Yeah, he goes by Swoggle now. I'll just look at the website and tell you some names that way. It'd be easier before I continue on with the pictures that I got taken with people. Guess. All right, taking it from the top. Mr. Kennedy, he wasn't there. His name is Mr. Anderson now. All right, I'm gonna tell you the list of every person that was at WrestleCade. All right, they either were there Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Some people were only there Saturday. A lot of them were only there Saturday, but some were there all 3 days. Some were only there Sunday. Some were only there Friday. Taking it from the top: Sting, Jushin Thunder Liger, Okada, Trish Stratus, the Hardy Boys. Some people I don't know like Pitbull, Gary Wolf, Hollywood Jeannie Basson, AJ Francis, Alicia Atout, Amazing Maria, Angelina Love, Arn Anderson, Baby Doll, Beer City Bruiser, Big Trouble, Bill Alfonso, Brad Attitude, Brandy Lauren, Brandy Wine, Brian Myers, Brock Anderson, Buff Bagwell, Bushwhacker Luke, Butterbean, Carlito, Celeste Bonin, formerly known as Caitlin, Cheryl Roberts, Cheryl and Jake Roberts, Christopher Daniels, Clara Carter, Curryman, Dawn Marie, Demolition, Dangerous Danny Davis, Audrey Allen, Kane, Sean Christopher, Lottie, Caleb with AK, Paul White, formerly known as Big Show, Brittany Brooks, Braun Strowman, Honky Tonk Man. Matter of fact, Honky Tonk Man was in the lobby of my hotel when I went down there to get breakfast this morning. I played it cool. Cause I'll be fanboying out. You know how I get? I get nervous, I get excited, and I get stumbling over my words and jittery. I played it cool with him. That was the first person I ever actually played it cool with when I saw him in real life. Anyway, going back to this list of people that were at WrestleCade, that are at WrestleCade: Story, Denali, TVMA, Mike Mundo, Killer Cross and Scarlet, Pure Temptation. Pure Temptation. Sin Cara, Cedric Alexander, Ravina Vane, Scotty Brooks, Henry O. Godwin, Suicide, Bojack, Chris Bay, Perry Saturn, Carrie and Ricky Morton, Luke Hawes, Carolina Cruz, formerly known as Emma Diaz. I was looking for her, but I couldn't find her. Jamie Hayter, Deanna Perrazzo. I saw her. Devon Dudley, Earl Hebner. I even went up and shook his hand like, dude, I grew up watching you all the time. Allison Danger, Austin Farley, Emily Jane, Evil Nate, Fodder, Francine, Queen of Extreme, Frankie Kazarian, Fred Ottoman, aka Shopmaster, Gen Z, George South, Goldilocks, Harley Cameron, Heath Slater. I'm just like barely scratching the surface on these people, right? Hollywood Haley J, Indy Hartwell, Ala Dawn, JBL, Jake the Snake Roberts, James Ellsworth, Gerard Fritz, Jeff Hardy, Jerry the King Lawler, Jerry Lynn, Jillian Hall, Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler, Jimmy Hart, Jimmy Valiant, Joey Janela, John Schuyler, Johnny Shore, Casey Catanzaro, Kane, I already said that though, Carissa Rivera, formerly known as Electra Lopez, and she was right next to was it Indy Hartwell? It was somebody that she was sitting next to, and I was like, "You, I used to watch you on TV too, and you still look good." And she got a BBL. I could tell when she got it because when I was walking around later, I saw her walking to the bathroom. I was like, "Good lord, there ain't no way that ass is real." Again, that's why I say this content is not suitable for people under 18 because I start saying stuff like that. Continuing on with this list: Kenzie Page, Kevin Gill, Kevin Nash, Coco Beware, Kylie Page, Lacey Lane, formerly known as um, she was Casey Catanzaro's tag team partner in WWE. I can't remember her WWE name, but you know what I'm talking about. Layla L, aka Layla, you know who that is. Leah Vandell, formerly known as Carmella. I almost went up and talked to her. The Inspiration, formerly known as Iconics. Lex Luger, Linda Dallas, Lindsay Snow, MJF, Maddie Max, Magnum TA, Mara Sade, Matt Cardona, Matt Hardy, Matt Riddle, Mike Bailey, Mikey Rip Rip, Mina Shirakawa, Missy Hyatt, Moose, Mr. Hughes, Natalia Markova, Nick Nemeth, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, Bandito, Brody King. Special opportunity with Brodito, the tag team of Brody King and Bandito. His name is Nick Dinsmore, formerly known as Eugene. Nikita Koloff, Tegan Knox, formerly known as Tegan Knox. Now she's known as Nixon Newell. Priscilla Kelly, formerly known as Gigi Dolan. She was there. I wanted to meet Gigi Dolan, but again, I was running out of time because I was trying to find Zaya Brookside. I was surprised Maven wasn't there either. I see that comment. Continuing on with this list, Psycho Love, who is Angelina Love and Psycho Boy at the same time. Reese, Rob Van Dam, Sandman, Santino Marella, Saraya, formerly known as Paige, Savannah Evans, Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker, Sergeant Slaughter, Shane Douglas, a franchise, Shane Douglas and the friends and Francine, Shotzi Blackheart, Sick Boy, Sidney Akeem, formerly known as Reggie or Scripps. I fist bumped him. I'm like, what up, bro? Sonny Ono, Steve Carino, The Rascals, all three of them. It was Wesley, Zachary Wentz, and Trey Miguel. The Hurt Syndicate, but Bobby Lashley didn't show up. Ivy Malibu, Powerhouse Hobbs, Freya the Slayer, Sean Dean, Swoggle, TT the Island Girl, Team Bestie, aka Trish and Lita, Team Blondage, Tessa Blanchard. I saw her. She looked better in real life, actually. The Dawson Brothers, the Glamour Girls, Raven. Raven was there. Again, I didn't see him because either he canceled or with so many people, I didn't see him. Did I say Rick? I don't think Ric Flair was there. Ric Flair definitely wasn't there this year, Tina. I think he was there last year, but he wasn't there this year. Continuing on, The Godfather, The Good Brothers, The Nest, The Other Guys, The Rowdy Club, Shopmaster, Silver Fox, Therapist Larkin, formerly known as Lovely Miss Larkin. I know her. Thunder Rosa, Athena, formerly known as Ember Moon, Tito Santana, Tugboat, Tully and Tessa Blanchard, Tully Blanchard, Typhoon, Vampiro didn't show up, Veda Scott, Vladimir Kozlov or Vladimir Kolov, Willow Nightingale, LeBron Kazone, CJ Evans, Zaya Brookside, you already know that, Zilla Fatu. Does this one shit look just like China? I even walked up and talked to him like, look, I saw it online, but I see you in person. You really do look like China. But she's got a thick British accent or something. That's the only way you can tell them apart. I'll show you the screenshot. Look, does this not look like China or what? And she was there. She looked. I was like, I walked up to him like, you really do look like China. I thought it was really China, and everybody else did too. All right, continuing on to the list. Cora Jade, formerly known as Cora Jade, now known as Elena Black, but you knew that. I met her. Lita, Mr. Kennedy, now known as Ken Anderson, Papa Shango, Luis Cortez, Tekla, Johnny Baker. I'm not even halfway through the list. Like I said, WrestleCade 10 quadrillion billion times better than Summer Survivor Series. I say it was better than any WWE pay-per-view this year. Johnny Baker, Cam Jackson, Allie and Rosemary, Scotty Riggs, Valerie Verman, Gene Ligon, Thunderfoot 2. Like I said, a lot of these people I don't know. Perry James, Sean Cruz, Morgan Dash, Ava Brooks, Drew Hood, Electra Lopez. Actually, I take it back. It was Electra Lopez who got the BBL. Kylie Ray, Chris Statlander. I'm speculating it's a BBL because I ain't seen that like that in my entire life. Samantha's husband Ricochet, she wasn't there. Arika Demia, Tony the Cheer Captain, Jesse Bell, April Hunter. Like I said, a lot of these people I don't know. They're like independent wrestlers. Abuse of Power. Abuse of Power. The black dude, I work with somebody at the country club and they know him personally. I think they're cousins or something. His name is Tim. But tonight he was going by Z- Zuka King. He's depending on what you know how Elena Black since she left WWE as Cora J. Well, he goes by Tim in this organization. He goes by Zuka King in a different organization. Just like Top Dollar used to be Top Dollar, now he's AJ Francis. Same deal. Continuing on. BLK Mike, CW Anderson with Brittany Marie, Gustavo, Badger, LDJ, Logan Quindell, Ron Simmons, damn, Jasmine Allure, Izzy Moreno, and Izzy. Remember that girl that was in when? Remember when Bailey was in NXT and that little girl would dress up like Bailey and sit ringside? That's her as an adult. She was there signing autographs. No Raquel Rodriguez. A lot of those people on WWE main roster currently are not going to be there. You're not going to see your Jey Usos. You're not going to see Undertaker. Like some legends aren't going to be there either. Like you're not going to see MFTs. Anybody on TV like that because they're traveling. You got to remember they got schedules. Anybody on AEW TV like I'm surprised MJF. Actually, AEW people are there more likely to be there than WWE because they pre-record their stuff a lot, except for Dynamite. Continuing on with the list. Oh man, I messed up. I gotta go back down to where I was at. Where was I? Da-da-da-da. I said those names. I said those names. Say wrestlers' names and keep it going. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Already said that. Or said that. I hit a button and messed up, went to the top of the screen. If you want to see the same information I'm looking at, go to WrestleCade.com. That's WrestleCade, like spelled like that, .com. WrestleCade.com if you want to see the same information I'm looking at. Maybe you want to go next year. They come to North Carolina, Winston-Salem every year in November. It's for general admission, single day tickets, it's only like, 30, $40. But once you get in there and want to meet people, that's when you start paying for autographs. I'm drinking cran grape juice, actually. Thank you very much. That's your name too. Thank you very much. Thank you. That question is irrelevant. Tina, you see all these trolls? I've been ignoring them all night. Say trolls' names and then delete. They're just cowardly rejects. They're just some cowardly rejects. I don't know what that means, Connolly. Anyway, I'm going back to where I was at on this list because people are probably waiting for me to finish it. Because I think I'm halfway through the list of names of wrestlers that are at WrestleCade this year. Continuing my point of it being a million times better than War Games was. Where I think I stopped right about here. Nope, still gotta keep going. Chris Statlander, I said that. Mm-hmm. Izzy Moreno. Okay, that's where I left off at was Izzy because she looked. Y'all remember her from NXT when Bailey was wrestling and she would dress up like Bailey. All right, the Dante Khalifa, don't know him. Sean Legacy, he's on Evolve. Jaquan McNair, Christian Reed, Ava Zaruka and her Russians. I think that's like I ain't never heard of her. Rick Steiner, Serena Vale, APA, Alex Evans, Hyena Hera, Tommy Rich, Tony Schiavone. All these people that signing autographs and getting you can get pictures with them too. Kendall Ryan, Ugly Dunklings, BJ Ray, Freight Train, Gunner, Nikki Blackheart, Leah Knight. That's her last name, Leah Knight. I showed you the picture earlier. I knew her last name, I just forgot it. I didn't know she was in AEW until right now. Leah Knight. That's her name. The AEW logo on the bottom right there. I did not know she was in AEW till right now. All right, continuing on. J Rod, Slime Season, and that's the end of the list. And that's just the people that were listed to be there. Y'all remember Braun Strowman was there. He wasn't in that list. There's so many people that were there that weren't even listed because people were canceling, and so they were putting people in at the last minute. Crazy. Time of my life. I will never miss a WrestleCade ever again so long as I live. I'll be here every single year. Save up my money. I'm gonna get a hotel room like I did this year. Last year I drove back every day, like my buddy. He went. Brought his son. That's a father-son outing every year. Brought him and his friend. Him and his adult friend. My buddy's adult friend and then my buddy's son. They were at WrestleCade. They drove back. An hour and 45 minutes and some change. And then they come back again 11 o'clock next day. I did that last year. That wore me out more than staying up till 3 a.m. getting up at 7 a.m. like I'm doing here. And so like, yeah, Hardy Party. That was the event after the Super Show tonight. And Devon Dudley was a guest to start out that part of the panel. It was another panel, but they call it the Hardy Party. And it was a hard because Jeff Hardy did a concert. Matter of fact, I got a song I might be able to share with you. I hope I don't get. I wanted to ask Jeff if he minded if I shared it on my podcast with y'all, but again, there was so many kids and people surrounding him asking for photos. I didn't freaking want to interrupt them. Give them their moment. They're kids. I've seen Jeff before. I've got his autograph already. But it started out Devon's podcast. First of all, I didn't know Devon Dudley had a YouTube podcast. They filmed an episode of it before the Hardy Party, as part of the Hardy Party. Essentially, it was Matt on one side, Devon Dudley in the middle, Jeff on the other side at a desk with microphones, talking about everything, talking about how they had that last match at Turning Point and different things that happened over the years. They were giving each other like 45 minutes to an hour. They sat there and talked while filming this podcast. Check it out. It's on YouTube apparently. I'm gonna look for it myself. And then it was the Hardy Party. Jeff Hardy, microphone for like an hour and some change. Matt had left. They did that last year. They do the last year was Matt Hardy doing his podcast, the first part of the thing. and then Jeff Hardy doing the concert, the second part. Well, this year they let Devon do it. Even Matt said he's like, every other year we do my podcast. This year we're gonna do something different. We'll let Devon do his. Here, I can show you the thumbnail off the website for it since I'm on it. Make it real big for everybody to see. Hardy party. That was incredible. That's how the night ended. That right there. And I had to pay separate. It wasn't included in the 3-day weekend VIP pass like I got. That was another separate charge as well. Worth it. No regrets. Completely worth it. And it says up there the stream podcast for Matt Hardy, but this year they did the Devon Dudley podcast. It was a surprise. Just like Swoggle last night. That I'm gonna show you the thing that happened last night. It wasn't every night after the concerts, they have a panel or whatever, and that was last night. Swoggle and Friends. The and Friends part ended up being Nick Nemeth, Brian Myers, and Matt Cardona, and the four of them sitting there talking about stuff like road stories and different stuff that they've gone through over the years. Inside look at the business. But yeah, let me see if I can show you this. I'll show you Jeff Hardy warming up his vocals. I hope I don't get flagged for copyright. Jeff, I tried to ask you if you minded if I did this. If you're watching me. Just like a flag. And that song is funny. He's talking about Santa Claus. He sung this song last year and I heard it for the first time. I was like, that's kind of clever. You ready? Caden Carter's on AEW now? Nice. All right, here you go. I wish you could have gone with me too. I always go by myself. I'd rather I would go with you, but like I met my buddy Ma out there. He went separate car, separate group of people, just like my buddy with his kid. Separate car, separate group of people, separate hotels, separate everything. I would go with you like that, Tina. But so far as like having somebody in the room with me or freaking having to drive to and from a place, and my buddy, he messed it up for everybody. Like I took him last year for the first time ever. Promised to pay me back, never paid me back. And I said at that point, never. Not to mention, I took him to a show back in, you know, 2010 or whatever. Nice enough to take him to a show back then. He never paid back for that ticket either. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be the Christian that I am, try to be sharing my experience with somebody else. And I paid for his way this time as well. He didn't pay me back for it. So because he didn't pay me back for last year's WrestleCade, I refuse to take him with me anywhere else ever again. Because I'm not gonna get burned. I'm not gonna sit there and keep on getting my niceness used for weakness. People taking advantage of me. That's happened my entire life. And I'm standing up for myself by just saying no and just go by myself. Then I ain't got about nobody complaining, nobody not wanting to walk a mile like I normally do, ready to go when I'm not ready to go. No drama, just my own. That's why I go by myself to everything. Just like in a few weeks when I go to the NXT show in Greensboro, December 12th. That's by myself. I ain't going about nobody being late. I ain't about nobody not paying me back. Just me, oos. All right, I was supposed to show you Jeff Hardy warming up his vocal cords. Jeff, I'm sorry if you get mad at me for that. He ain't gonna get mad at me. I do not own this copyright. If I get copyrighted, I'm sorry, but I just want to share everybody why WrestleCade was better than War Games. I believe in the Easter Bunny. His jokes are crazy funny. I believe in New Year's Eve. It's treated back shiny. I believe in Santa Claus. Used to go with red balls. Halloween's my favorite holiday. I believe. It's like 2 minute song. And he sings that and he does a song about ABCs to warm up his vocals cords. And then he starts singing his songs that he's come out with over the years. Because you know he's on Spotify. His music is really good, by the way. Said what inspired him to start singing is because somebody said, You're almost as bad at singing as Chris Jericho. This was a long time ago. Told Jeff Hardy he's almost as bad at singing as Chris Jericho. And look at Chris Jericho. He's in Fozzy World Tour. Got a band, very popular, very good at it. So that tells you what that hate and troll has to offer. The guy who said he was almost as bad as Jericho, that is. I show you some pictures from the Hardy Party. Like there's Devon and Jeff. WrestleCade. You see the sign, you see the logo. What War Games? What is a Survivor Series? Bubba wasn't there, no. No Bubba. But Devon sure was there. The Hardys are really hardworking people. Like I said, they got, if I had to guess, they got to the convention center this morning at 8 or 9 a.m. 8:30, 9 o'clock, if I had to guess. And they didn't leave there till like 11 o'clock, midnight probably. They're probably still there right now for all I know. Because the meet and greet started at 10 a.m. You know, they got to get there early and get settled in and everything situated. And then the event where that I showed you pictures from, that ended at like 11 o'clock. So, you know, that's a 10, 12 hour day alone. That part is a 12-hour day from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. And they wrestled both nights. They wrestled last night and they wrestled tonight. And they had to, and they signed autographs like from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. was signing autographs the whole time. And they had to wrestle and then put on the concert and the podcast. Crazy. Yeah, they stay till 3 or 4 after the show's meet and greets. They're the most giving persons ever. They're really good guys. I know this from experience. Matt and Jeff are the best. The GOATs. That new shirt says it best. I never showed y'all the rest of the pictures though. Hold on. I left off at I'm about to get off here soon too because my phone about to die again. I told y'all I met her. You saw the autographs. I got 5 of them. Ready for this one? She looks so good. So hot. Shucky ducky quack quack. Before I show you, I say it again and again and again and again, especially about her. Gosh, she's so hot. Ready? Cora Jade, formerly known as Cora Jade, now known as Elena Black. Notice I got all 4 belts. Well, the 4th belt isn't with me, it's behind me drying because she just signed it. Thanks for spoiling the show for me there, bro. I haven't seen it yet, bro. Because I was doing this right here, bro. And it was better than that Survivor Series was, bro. Elena, look at it. Look at it close. Still look good. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack Elena Black, formerly known as Cora Jade. I don't care if the Vision won. That Vision won me tonight. That Vision right there that's on your screen is what I was talking about. Let it marinate a little bit longer. She still looks so good. I was like, yeah, I was seeing if I could take you out on a date. No, I can't. I got a boyfriend. Like, I'm used to that reply every time I ask a girl I'm liking, famous or not. On to the next one. And she was loving my money in the bank briefcase. This next one, Cora Jade, she was not phased by it much, but the next one I'm gonna show you, she was she's like, oh my god, you got all this stuff. She was loving my look, and I was loving her. I was so glad I got to meet her. I was more excited to meet her than I'm taking it in still, y'all. Give me a second. And you can see the autographs on my belt if you look close enough. Ready? This is the real Vision, Mr. Volin 6239. Mina Shirakawa. Shucky ducky quack quack. Again, I told y'all I tried to meet every single hot girl I could, every single hot wrestler. I wanted to meet them. I want to get next to them. I want them to touch me. You see that, Tina? You don't even know who she is. She wrestles in AEW, but she's so cute. Look at how pretty she is. Shucky ducky quack quack. Like I said a minute ago, that Vision that's on your screen right now is what really won to me today. Forget your War Games. Forget your Survivor Series. This was my War Games. This was my Survivor Series. 1,000 times better than what y'all watched on TV. I was in real life doing for 12 hours straight. Well, the meet and greet was 5 hours, but the day itself was 12 hours. That's not Asuka. That's Mina Shirakawa. She's from AEW, not WWE. And she's so cute. She's so hot. AJ Styles, you're creepy because you're a troll. If anyone's creepy, it's you. Trolling bastard. Get out of my chat. You're not welcome here. Go jump off a plane without a parachute. Go play with a rabid wild pit bull dog with a T-bone steak wrapped around your neck. See what happens. Hope it ends very well for you. Say something else so I can ban you. Thank you. No, it's not him. Say something else. AJ, you're not the AJ Styles, by the way. That's just your username. I know for 1,000% sure you're not the real AJ Styles 888550. Thanks, Gonzalez. I appreciate you subscribing. I'm gonna keep the content coming as I show the next picture that I got with the wrestler today. I showed you Zaya Brookside. Like I said, this guy I used to not like. But then after talking to him today, I'm like, dude, he's not a bad guy at all. He just plays one on TV. And he put his belt on my shoulder. I just realized that now. At the time, I was too starstruck to realize it. What up, Colton? How you doing, bro? Welcome in. I'm not giving you no hat. And everybody was loving my hat tonight at the show too, at WrestleCade all day long. And I had to wear this thing because it was cold, y'all. It was like 30 some degrees outside. And in the building where they do all the panels at, they keep it freezing cold and it's like a refrigerator. So I had to wear this so I could stay warm and it looks cool. AJ Francis. And he put his belt on my shoulder. That was before I gave up the NXT belt. I see it around my waist. Actually, no, I did give up. That was after the NXT belt got dropped off. I'm at AJ Francis. All this happened today. The past what 12 hours or so. Well, we'll say 15 hours. The past 15 hours or so. This is what I was doing for the past 15 hours. While y'all was watching your war games with the Vision winning and Liv Morgan coming back and all the spoilers y'all are telling me John Cena losing the Dom and losing the belt. You done spoiled the whole show for me on the stream. This is what I was doing. I'm spoiling what I was doing since y'all want to spoil what I missed. They're re-leathering my NXT belt because the leather was worn out on it, and that's my favorite belt out of all of them because it's a replica, not a commemorative. They're re-leathering it. I'll get it back. He said about a month. I said, dude, take your time. I just wanted to be. I'd rather you take your time and it look phenomenal and it be a good quality job than for you to rush it and it jewels fly out or the faceplate come off. I'd rather you take your time. And he lives in Jacksonville, North Carolina. So I told him like, how much you gonna charge me because I want to know a price now before you get it. And he didn't even let me pay for it first. I'm like, dude, I want to pay you now and then you work on it. So no, I'd rather get it done and then you pay me. I'm like, okay, fine. But since I'm picking it up, this might be like I think it's a 3 hour drive from my house. If I do pick it up, I'm saving money, but I'm probably spending it on gas. But I don't mind driving. And yes, it is something I will never forget. This was the best day of my life, y'all. As I'm still showing you the evidence of it. Next picture. You know him from WWE. You hopefully should know him from TNA. Santino Morella. That Sama Magan. I told him I like the way he talks. I'm like, dude, the way you call like the Hardys the hard boys and all your yeah, bro, Colton. I've been showing this a lot. I'm streaming this late because I was at WrestleCade all day long. I didn't get home. I'm not even home. I'm in a hotel room outside of town. I'm in another town because I'm at a wrestling convention that's all day for 3 days long. It's called WrestleCade. I got the VIP pass. I've been here since Friday morning, and everybody talking about War Games, Survivor Series, blah 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 blah. What I'm doing so much better than War Games. That wasn't Dean Ambrose. That was Santino Morella, the Cobra. The guy that his daughter is Ariana Grace. The Cobra was laying on the table beside him. You can't see it. You can kind of see it. The Cobra was laying on the table beside us. I could have got one of them autographed if I wanted, but I got him to autograph a picture instead. Notice I only got 3 belts because that's after I dropped off my NXT belt. That's when I started having to use the iPad to take pictures because I ran out of memory on the phone because I had so many photos and videos up there. And the last one on my iPad, last picture with a wrestler. You ready for this one? You're not ready for this one. None of y'all is ready for this one. And look, she's got her hand on my shoulder. When I show you this, remember, she's got her hand on my shoulder. She touched me. She touched me, y'all. Paige, formerly known as Paige, now known as Saraya. And she got her hand on my shoulder. And I walked past her at least 100 times trying to just take in everything that was around me. And she was right next to Karrion Kross and Scarlett. What do you mean you love Dean? Who is Dean? And who is this troll saying this view message? Who is this? I'm weak. And she does look different. I thought you were saying something negative. I'll show it again. Paige. Saraya. That's the vision that I was looking at tonight. Y'all were looking at the vision win the match apparently because somebody done spoiled it for me. That's what I was doing while y'all were watching your little war games. I was looking at that. Like I said, WrestleCade 10,000 times better than war games could have ever been. And there was thousands of people there doing that instead of war games along with me. That's not a man. You're not a man, doctor, not a doctor. You're not a doctor, and you're probably not a man or a female. You're probably one of those. Nope, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to offend nobody. I'm just gonna ban you from my chat. Delete. Say trolls' names and then delete. They're just some cowardly rejects. They're just some cowardly rejects. Our world would be so much better without them here. They're just another jabroni who's ignorant. I said they're just some cowardly rejects. Trolls are some cowardly rejects. Yeet and delete trolls from the chat this way. They're just cowardly rejects. Them coward rejects are so distasteful. Yeet and delete trolls from my chat this way. They're just cowardly rejects. Them coward rejects need to just go away. Delete. You didn't have to delete that one. I think that was a compliment. That's such a festive get up. That's what they were trying to say on that one. But I appreciate you having me, Colton. You got my back like chiropractic. I appreciate that. Colton, I ain't show you since you just joined, I'm gonna show you some other pictures. Like, first off, no, I'm not gonna show you no pictures. I'm gonna show you my belt. That's How can I not remember AJ Lee? Of course. Colton, you're not ready for this. Did you see this belt yet? I got it for myself for an early Christmas present. Did I show you this yet, Colton? My new belt, the newest one I added to my collection. Did you see the back? Wait till you see the back of it after this weekend. Let me deal with this trolling hater first. No need. You took care of it for me. Look at the back. I got Indy Hartwell's signature on it. That's Enzo Amore in the yellow. That's Matt Riddle signed it in green with the 420. Zilla Fatu took up a lot of real estate, and I don't care. He signed a Zilla Fatu there, wrote hashtag WrestleCade, and then fourth row. That's in Zaya Brookside signed it there. That yellow at the top is franchise Shane Douglas. The pink, I asked her to do it in pink. Francine Queen Extreme from ECW. The blue right there, that's Paige. And she signed it as Saraya as well. She's like, I'm gonna sign it as a Saraya for you as well. And one more, Cora Jade. She signed it on that part with a heart. That's what I'm saying. I'm still like mind blown, bro. Mind blown emoji. That belt ain't no asset for Palm Future. That's asset for my war room when I get back home. That's never leaving the house until I go get it signed by somebody else. I'm not gonna pawn that. What you stupid? You think I'm crazy? I would sell my plasma to get money before I sell that belt. And if worse come to worse and it come to that kind of situation, for your information, Ashish Turan 7039. Why I've been called Roy Jones Jr. more times than a little bit. And you're right, them signs, the signatures on that belt make it priceless. Yeah, I paid X amount of money for each individual signature, but as a whole, priceless. That's okay. There's a lot of other big ass kids that they WrestleCade with me. Tens of thousands of people. I'm not the only person that feels this way and that loves this industry. So you can go on somewhere, troll. I know. I know. I thought that too about DDP, Colton. When DDP signed this belt, I thought the same thing. Like, Lord, I don't want nothing to happen to that man. But if something does, that belt gonna be worth money. And now the signature's gone. I still don't want nothing to happen to him, but his autograph was right there. And look at it now. Back in April, it was bright gold, and now it's completely gone. I'm so disappointed. The videos on my YouTube of him signing this very belt. Oh yeah, that's why you're getting booted. Say trolls' names and then delete. Reg recognizes a moron. I'm crying. Am I really? I'm crying because I'm so happy with the experience that I had today. If I am crying, I don't see tears coming down my eyes. Do y'all? He's just a freaking troll. Look at this troll. Look, everybody, we got another hater. Like we got a hater in the live chat. That's what a troll looks like, guys. Mr. Balisiv, he's another hater. Haters, haters, haters. Trolls, so many trolls. Hate me because they ain't me. Trolling bastards need to go get a life. Your life is so pathetic, you have no other choice but to rip on me. Be better. Be a better human being. Our world would be a better place without you in it. I need all of you to single file jump off of an airplane without no parachute. ASAP. And do us all a favor. You saying what you're saying right now is a hate exit Don Vaughn. What you mean? Contradict yourself, why don't you? Say trolls' names and then delete. Vaughn is a troll and reject. I used to smoke weed, but I don't no more. This is the result of it, I guess. The way I react, respond, talk, whatever. After 30 years of doing it, this is what happens. That's why you shouldn't do it. How am I a broke ass when I spent all this money today at WrestleCade and I'm here out of town and I got 3 jobs to finance my ventures? Somebody else said the same thing, Scott. Said spray a clear coat or something on it so they don't fade away again. I just don't want to ruin the leather on the belt if I do that. I'm gonna have to get something that's like, you know, safe on it. I like that idea, but I just don't want to ruin my belt. Thank you, Colton. Keep on doing your job. You're doing phenomenal. Thank you. I needed a mod. I've been having to do it myself for like 4 or 5 days. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Colton. I appreciate you for being there for me, man. Thank you, Colton. Because you're so cool, Colton, and you missed part of the stream, I'll run it back. Like Jey Uso, when he gets in the ring and have him play his music over, I'm gonna run it back for you and show you all the photographs, all the cards. Like me and Pure Temptation, the DCW tag team champions. I had them. I printed this photo and brought it with me, and had Dynamite and AC Divine sign it for me. AC Divine and Dynamite Jackson. That's their names. That's Dynamite. That's AC. They're my buddies in real life. I don't talk to them. We're not a buddy buddy like going to hang out and get a beer or nothing like that. But when I see them at a show, we chit chat, we mingle. Kylie Ray, Evolve Superstar. She's on Wednesday nights on Tubi. Like I said, I showed you all the pictures on my phone. These are the autographs as well as the ones on my belt. I shouldn't even show this one to you, Colton. You're too young. Some of them out, like I said, this content is not appropriate for people under 18. Some of it. And this is one of the moments. Fair warning. Again, with the warning. Warning, warning, warning. Mara Sade, formerly known as Jakara Jackson. And she put a heart on this. I love when they put hearts on it. That warms my heart when they put a heart on it. Let it marinate for another minute. She is beautiful. The Iconics, formerly known as formerly known as Iconics, now known as the Inspiration. I told Cassie Lee to pick out the picture for me. I was like, I don't know, you pick. And that's the one she chose. Let it marinate for a minute. I know it's beautiful. I try to meet the most beautifulest women wrestlers I could today. That's my goal. Get close to them, smell their perfume even. That was my goal today. Who's your girl? Tiffany Stratton? Is that who you talking about, Colton? She won't dare. You won't see nobody like that at WrestleCade. This next one is borderline inappropriate too, even though it's not because of your age, Colton. But when I was your age, I wasn't thinking about girls like that. I was thinking about Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, playing my Nintendo, going out to ride my bike at the park. Mina Shirakawa. I had to tell her how to spell my name. Her accent is beautiful too. No, that's not Oscar. That is Mina Shirakawa, and she signs her autographs with a heart like that by default. And she put a heart by my name too. Just realized that. I had to run it back one more time. This is the picture, Colton. I'm showing it right now. Mina Shirakawa. So hot. I'm gonna say it again. Shucky ducky quack quack. That look though. That's the vision I was watching. While y'all was watching your little vision in war games, I was watching that vision right there. Aladon. Tori Wilson and Candice Michelle, I like them too. They were hot back then too. Aladon was cute too. And like I said earlier, it was cold in the building and them high beams was bling 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 shining bright. And she put a heart on it too. I just realized that. Excuse me. With the ducks on the quack. You're like me. Shucky, those duckies was going quack quack. I mean, this ain't a female. Like I did meet some dudes like Santino and Pure Temptation and Top Dollar. This guy, y'all, I'll show him again, but y'all ain't gonna know him. His name is gosh, what's his name? I forget it. Cause he's an independent wrestler, local to North Carolina, like DCW champions, Pure Temptation. And there's more photos and videos on my phone. Like this is not all of them, but my phone is being used to stream this podcast, so I can't show you them yet. I plan on adding a lot of this to YouTube. I just gotta get time. This guy's name is Jebediah Hoskins and Betsy the Chicken. Unlike Mr. Iguana, he brings a real live chicken to the ring with him, and people be chanting KFC. No, I haven't seen DPW yet. I know what DCW is, but not DPW. Santino's autograph. I had to make it out to Trey. Yeah, that was real quack quack with that chicken. I'm weak. Notice I'm not letting the dudes marinate as long. And the coup de grace. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack Cora Jade. I had to make that one out to Trey. And she put a heart on it. Good, googly moogly. Four things I would do. While y'all were watching your war games, I was watching this. Yeah, because you think what's her name is cuter, the Tiffany Stratton. Oh, and also Colton. Cora Jade signed my action figure twice. As Cora Jade there, and as Elena Black there. And she put another heart on it. I asked her specifically, like, can you sign it there as Cora Jade and then sign it again right there as Elena Black? So it's gonna match my R Truth action figure where he signed it as R Truth there and Ron Killen's there. Fire. Fire, 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 fire emoji. Fire emoji 8, 9, 10 times to that right there. That's worth money one day because it's double signed. I don't know about all that. Me and Shirakawa was pretty freaking fine, bro. And of course, the top dollar, I had him sign it right there. And he put $3 signs at the top. That's his calling card, so to speak. He'll sign top dollar or somewhere on it, and then he'll do dollar signs on it in a different spot. I'll notice him signing somebody else's thing like that. You got Eddie Guerrero's autograph, dude. That's worth money, 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 money. And see, and then you got this guy talking about War Games was trash. So how did I miss anything by doing all that at WrestleCade when War Games was apparently trash, according to that individual who just chimed in? I thought you were over Rhea Ripley, Colton. I thought you went on to somebody else. Oh, those are your three favorites, Rhea, Tiffy, and Stephanie? Not a bad pick either. Not a bad trio. Oh, and the Teddy Long card. Where'd it go? Teddy Long. I got him to sign that because he owed it to me from yesterday. He forgot to give it to me. So who you got then, Colton? You know who I got, and I'm hoping, I'm praying, Lord, please let me meet her December the 12th when I go to NXT in Greensboro. Please let me meet Blake Monroe. I forgot to do what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to faint when I met Cora Jade. I was supposed to be like this on the picture. I forgot. Damn it. That's how my picture was gonna be. It's supposed to be like me fainting at the sight of her, at the smell of her, at the look of her. Signed Hulk Hogan card. That's money, money, money. Don't ever do nothing with it. Keep it in mint condition. Just like that Eddie Guerrero signature. Oh, and that's just the stuff I got from night 2. The stuff I got from night 1 is right here. That's just the stuff I got from tonight. The signatures I got from last night, I didn't get nearly as many because I was saving them for the day. Francine and Shane Douglas. I don't know why I like them a lot, but I do. And look what she wrote on there. To Trey, best of luck with your podcast. Heart, Francine. Because I told she's the one that inspired me to be a podcaster, one of the people. And look how, and I got this picture because Shane looks like Triple H to me. At a glance, he looks like Hunter back when he was young. Am I wrong or am I right? Does that not, at a glance, does that not look like Triple H? Because I was looking at it from an angle. I was like, damn, he looked kind of like Triple H in that picture. I'm going on about my experience at WrestleCade. That's what I'm going on about, Mr. Himothy. That right there. Favorite autograph I've got? Yeah, I can see RVD in that picture too. Favorite autograph I've got? I think it might be, that's a tough one, especially with the ones I just got this weekend. Do I have to pick one? Where's my glasses? Oh, I got them right here, Tina. By popular demand, you got it, my friend. Back on and popping for you, Tina. You've been here the whole time. Good, because you got to see everything I was talking about. I gotta pick just one. Damn it. That's another thing. Matt Hardy was telling a story about Vince McMahon, how he was like, damn it. How he was called him out about that. They were riffing on him bad at the Hardy party. I can only pick one autograph. All right, fine. If I can only pick one autograph to be my favorite, it's Zilla Fatu's because he signed it Zilla Fatu hashtag WrestleCade with 3 exclamation marks and then fourth row with 3 lines under. All that was Zilla Fatu's doing. All that right there, Zilla Fatu wrote that the first thing that ever got on this belt was that. So that's my favorite autograph out of all of them. Because did all that in the same. Everybody else used to sign Zilla Fatu real quick, but with mine, I was the first one in line, and he signed it like he had just finished the match and everything. That's my favorite one. I'll show it again. I'll let it marinate for a second. That's Zara Brooks's autograph right there, just so you know. Let it marinate for a minute. That's what Matt Hardy said. Matt Hardy said that last night after the fourth rope show that Zilla Fatu is the future of the business and he's the one to watch. And this then the Hardy Matt Hardy said the same thing tonight about the Rascals. Said they're the tag team to look out for in the future. Show the belt after the big gold. I know what time it is, Colton. It is here 2:30 in the morning. And I've been up since 7 a.m. I'm running off of 8 hours of sleep since Thursday. Yeah, that's my favorite autograph. Before that, my favorite autograph was probably. Guys, I got so many of them now. God, it's hard to keep up. Wow. I want to say maybe. Shoot. I can't. It feels like I can only pick one autograph though, because I wanted to say Matt and Jeff, the combo. All right, I take it back. Lita. I like Lita's. I don't have an Eddie Guerrero autograph. Keep clobbering, Colton. Clobber away, my friend. Handle my light work. I appreciate you helping me. It was the best night of my life. Tonight, today, best day ever. I say that every day as my mantra when I get out of bed and throughout the day periodically, but I really mean it today. Good day, great day, best day ever. I can say that with all honesty, and nothing's gonna probably ever surpass this. And one year, my mom got me a limo for my birthday and took all my friends out drinking. And back in the day, this beats that day. Oh, you talking about the blonde or the big gold? You talking about this one? Is that the one you wanted to see? Oh, I gotta put my glasses back on. No, he was talking about he wanted to see this Colton, but again, you got my best interest in mind. It's all good, bro. I ain't worried about that. Nah, I ain't worried about that. The back of it's jacked up though, cause I had it for so long and I worn it out, as I like to say, literally. It's even missing a screw, guys. Look right there. That screw's gone. Gone, brother. Even the patch on it's worn out. I really, and if I put it on my shoulder right now, I have belt residue, little like dandruff. I have to brush it off from where it's shedding so bad. Which quack quack? Wait, who are we talking about? Does who have a belt as well? Or did the dude want me to show off the big W belt? Because I got this one too. I don't know which one they wanted me to show on camera this time. I took the red swipe off of mine and made it gold, make it look more like the undisputed. I did that on purpose. That swipe at the bottom is gold on purpose because I did it that way. Make it different, make it stand out more. But here's Teddy Long from yesterday. I got him to sign that. Let me holla at you, player. Holla, holla, holla. And to be honest, guys, those two and the Zilla Fatu were the only three autographs I got yesterday because I wanted to go all in today like I did. I almost got somebody to sign my money in the bank briefcase. I might tomorrow. I don't know when we get people to sign tomorrow. If I meet nobody, I probably won't go as hardcore with it tomorrow. Cause I was going crazy there. Every other person I go to, I'm like, yep, give me an autograph. Yep, give me a picture. Yep, give me a combo. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna chill and just enjoy a lot of the free pop panels. You know, walk around, talk to people instead of getting pictures with them. A lot of people ain't gonna be there though. Matt Riddle ain't gonna be there. Matt and Jeff Hardy, Lita, Trish, Sting. It's gonna be a very thin crowd tomorrow, so far as wrestlers there. I need to get off here soon though. How long have I been? An hour and some change. 2 hours? 2 hours and 30 minutes almost. I've been on this podcast. And I gotta get up at 7 a.m., 7:30. So in 5 hours. That's my life lately. Go to bed for 4 hours, do whatever until whatever, get 4 more hours of sleep, go another 18, 19 hours doing whatever, whether it's working 3 jobs or WrestleCade or something like that. Yep, I remember you said that. You met Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. I wish you'd have got a picture of that, Colton. But again, I ended up telling the stipulation behind it. She could have been, just walking by like they did at WrestleCade, and you can't really get a picture because it's too late by then. Because Rob Van Dam walked by me earlier, but by the time I realized it was him, he didn't pass by me. I couldn't get a picture. Mm. So I got a lot of work to do with my autograph book. I got some additions to make to that. Oh, I got the money in the bank right here. I used it to keep all my autographs in tonight. Oh, and that's another thing I got. I'll show this again because I'm very pleased with this acquisition as well. George South. A lot of y'all are too young to know who George South is. He's been wrestling for 44 years. Matter of fact, he's got a match tonight against somebody, and if he loses, he has to retire. And I want him to win. This is his shirt. It looks like the Cactus Jack shirt, but it says "Saved by one man's death," and he ain't talking about himself. He's talking about Jesus Christ. That's why I got this shirt. I don't know what the bottom says. I never read the bottom part. The world famous Mister Number One. Use caution. Seasoned vet. Fire. I had to get it. I, plus, he's a good guy. I'm trying to support people that have good positive messages and make a good impact on my life. He's one of them. That's why I'm going to his worship service in 7 hours from now. Less than 7 hours. Jesus Louise, I gotta get some sleep, y'all. Dolph, I don't know if he's coming back or not. WWE Women Tag Team. Oh, what? That's what you were asking? Yeah, I like Rhea Ripley. She cool. Dolph Ziggler's coming back soon, really? Because he's been independent in TNA for a while. He was on the show tonight, wrestling Cedric Alexander. He beat him with the Danger Zone, formerly known as the Zigzag. Yeah, I'm about to get off here. I've been doing this for 2.5 hours. It's time to call it a wrap. And with that being said, I love you guys so much. I appreciate your support and kind words and hanging out with me all the time. Really means a lot. All you guys that are real nice and friendly to me and show up all the time are the reason why I keep jumping on this camera, providing you with the content and dealing with the trolls. To my now, wow, guys, 700 subscribers. Mind blown emoji. When I told Francine earlier I had 680 subscribers, thank you. Every single 700 of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Even the couple haters who like to jump in this live chat being rude, hateful, disrespectful, saying the most horrible things to me. I appreciate y'all too, and I pray for nothing but the best for y'all as well. But everybody who is nice to me and respects me and is kind and supporting, thank you. Words cannot express my gratitude to you enough. Go through my videos. I done put out like 430 videos in the past 8, 9 months. Like them, comment on them, share them with your friends. Go to my YouTube channel. You'll find the links to my social. Follow me on everything from Snapchat, X, Facebook, Instagram. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I'll be back on tomorrow night to recap the last day of WrestleCade. Until then, God bless you all. Be good and be good at it. Peace.